So we have with us Miss Arpita Mukherjee. Welcome to BW Business World. My first question to you is related to sustainability, EU's ESG directive, and how it will impact Indian MSMEs.
The ESG directive tells EU companies to implement environmental and social regulations across their value chain, both in terms of forward and backward linkages. So, if MSMEs are even in their tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 partners, they have to follow the prescriptions in the directive. The directive also states that the companies, large companies, will be penalized if they don't follow the due diligence, and in the process of following the due diligence, they should support the MSME. So, in this entire process, the directive feels that the MSMEs will get an opportunity to get a capacity building, funding, and technology from the large companies. The MSMEs which will be able to do maintain the ESG will be a big partner, and they can grow in trade. So there is an opportunity for the MSMEs. At the same time, they need to be more proactive to get themselves aligned with the directive.
So what are the possible challenges that can come in the way of adopting these ESG goals for Indian MSMEs?
Um, See, the first challenge is that MSMEs are into different product categories, and this ESG is a kind of a master overlapping goal, and the ESG regulations are evolving. The guidelines are evolving. Even European Union guideline is evolving. Other countries are coming out with their regulations. We are coming out with one. So one cost of the compliance is very big. That which directive they follow, how many cost of compliances are there. They also need to do a lot of technology record. They have to streamline their process, keep the records. They may have to move into more cleaner technologies, and that will entail a cost. So there is a cost, there is a requirement to maintain record, there is a process involved, and they need to understand, know, and follow it.
So, talking about these initiatives which government provide for MSMEs, a lot of people are not even aware about them. So there is a gap, skill gap, and the knowledge gap. So how do we bridge that? How can government and private sector collaborate to bridge that gap?
MSMEs, the incentive provided to MSMEs are not only through the MSME ministry, they are also by the state governments, they are under different industrial policies, they are under different sectoral ministries. Now, there is a need for somewhere to collaborate this information in one place and to understand what the information is offering. The secondly, the again skill gap. The skill gap is the requirement will differ by the product categories that the MSMEs is catering to, and they have different skilling requirement. MSMEs also need to know that with in the modern world, with these labor standards and everything coming into place, they have to put in place a decent work. So they have to ensure that they are giving the basic pay, and so they have to make the payment online. So they need an online payment system. They need to keep a record of that. They need to keep some record of worker benefits which are being availed. Government has come out with several type of benefits for the worker. So it's not always going cheaper will be the solution. Going towards these kind of technological upgradation, the schemes are there, but for the MSMEs, one of the biggest issue is how do they access the knowledge of which scheme is there, and that is where the MSME ministry may actually partner with others and kind of create a portal like the BharatNet portal is now being thought through. There can be an MSME portal to give MSME all the information and accesses that they need for their for improving their performances.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Lovely
Thank you
speaking.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Nice.